Welcome back and now tune into the other side of sports. It's your host, Laws in the building. It's an exclusive. It's me, it's Ern. Rocket. I had to pull my man off his dead bed because he's sick to come talk about it. Because we got to go in. Some people hitting my line trying. I'm gonna read some of these comments, Aaron, because so you can give your 2 cents. Some people trying to spin it already. Dan Quinn, good hire. He's a solid head coach. This was their guy from the beginning, and they just wanted to do their due diligence and vet everybody. And I'm just telling you what they saying. Got to give it some time. You know, Dan Quinn went to some Super Bowls. They didn't win. He had the Legion of Boom. They went to the Super Bowl. He went with the Atlanta Falcons, and they had Matt Ryan, and it was an epic collapse. But you know, you might can't put that on him. That's Kyle Shanahan, and you. What is your thoughts on this hire?
It's a garbage hire. They didn't get the guy they want. They got the rug pulled from under them, and so they scrambled. And like I said last episode, next white guy, that was going to be the process. That was going to be the process.
Yeah, I'm trying to. You know me. I'm trying to always look at the glass half full. But dog, there's no glass. First of all, I heard Kevin Sheehan this morning on the radio try to tell me that this was their guy and we got to trust them and stuff like this was not their guy. Stop it. Stop
They're
it.
liars. They already told a different lie up until Ben Johnson pulled out, so they can't switch to another lie and act like they knew
That's what
something
I'm
else.
saying. Come on, man. Stop that.
They all was telling the same lie last week before Ben Johnson pulled out. The same lie. All in cahoots.
And this is the thing. Of course, they're all in sentiments. We got to just give it a chance. We got to trust the Harris group and this, and that. And nobody's calling it what it is. It's a bad hire. I don't care. Dog, Dallas Cowboys don't even want Dan Quinn over there no more. So you can't be a Dallas Cowboy fan trying to tell me how, oh, you got a good coach and he's this and he's that and the players like him and all like
They
that.
laughing. The Dallas fans was laughing at the hire.
Bro, if he was your guy from the beginning, from the jump, then you wouldn't have been waiting for Ben Johnson. Let's just keep it all the way 100. If he was your guy, you mean to tell me they gonna slander Barrett Bieniemy, talking about he don't interview well and all like this? This Bama didn't come in there with no plan because obviously he don't even know who his staff is. So if he don't know who his staff is, what kind of plan does he have for who gonna be doing? Stop it. They don't think we dumb, bro. They think we dumb.
They missed both of their guys because the funny thing is they had Ben Johnson as their number one guy, whiffed on him. Then they made a desperation attempt at Mike McDonald to try to get him before the Seahawks did and whiffed on him. So I don't want to hear it. I told you what Harris was about out the gate when he wouldn't fire Ron during the season. I told you what his game plan was. And it always plays out exactly how I said, dog. It always plays out that way.
Let's get to some of these comments, dog. First comment. Ben Johnson strung Josh Camp so that he was interested in the coach job so much that he waited until after the playoffs. Now in mid-flight, the young OC got cold feet and said he was not ready, so he wanted to stay under Daddy another year. Talking about Ben Johnson. He made no X's and O's, but he's no leader of men. Okay, we agree there.
I agree.
Still a young boy. Now Dan Quinn was on the radar as a solid coach, not a hot and sexy someone said. How often have we got the hot and sexy guy and then the results been a letdown? Quinn's under Josh's team will back Quinn up, and all Quinn needs to do is coach. Remember, he took Dallas sorry defense and made it one of the top 10 defense. Remember how
we don't need to hear no more.
Okay.
When he was head coach of the Falcons, the D was trash. The defense was trash when he was the head coach of the Falcons.
It was trash.
So maybe he needs to be the coordinator. Maybe he needs to stay the coordinator. Right.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan made that team go. So we
got some. What we allow people to do is to move the cheese, and then we end up chasing plan B. We need to stick to the script. This wasn't their guy. This wasn't even their second guy. So we can't let them like switch it up on us and start debating something completely different from what the main point. They failed because they didn't get one or two of who they wanted. So you can have different conversations about, okay, now this is where we at. We got to reevaluate what the conversation going to be. But we cannot pretend like this was their guy or like this was a good hire. Because if they thought it was a good hire, they would have made it out the gate.
They made it out the gate.
Soon as
Yo,
Dallas got boat raced out the playoffs, 3 days later they would have had a press conference and tried to diss Bama out there. But he wasn't their guy. So just stop. That's why I don't like the fan base or the media here. They just lied, dog, to themselves and to everybody else. And if you don't drink the Kool-Aid and live the lie with them, then these Bamas get on suicide watch and start like trying to spew. No, it's a lie.
It's a lie, flat out. And that's why I'm not giving no equity, no grace, no benefit of the doubt. They're talking about people on the comments talking about give a benefit of the doubt. You don't even know.
That's the same thing they said with Ron. They fired Ron to hire Ron. Like, stop.
No, I'm not giving no benefit. You don't get a benefit of doubt when you say you're going to change things around. Dog, that's like dating somebody. You get with somebody new, you tell them all about your past and situations, and you like, yeah, my last year she cheated on me. It was a terrible situation. And we were just like, I don't know. And then, I knew it was over when she was being untruthful. And then a week later, you hit a youngin' up, hey, where you at? I'm at the grocery store. You be like, what? Why you saying like that? The lies start, dog. You already know what it is.
It's the same,
bro.
They hired
these Babbas done told me I'm getting a PlayStation for Christmas, and then I open the box up. It's some gloves, hats, and thermal tops inside them.
No, they sold you a lie. They sold you. They whiffed. Like, and the one thing I will say is well, they haven't had a press conference yet, so I don't know what lies they're going to tell. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't seem to be coming from the team, like the lie and the spin cycle. This is all fan base and media related. Mm-hmm. Like the team, I'm sure they probably going to try to throw some sauce on it.
Yeah.
But we can't come out here and act like this was their guy out the gate because it's a lie, and everybody knows it's a lie.
Yeah, I wonder what's happening behind closed doors because I think they knew either way there was going to be some blowback and pushback from the whole situation. I wouldn't be surprised if they called the radio and talked to them Bamas personally or talked to the execs of the radio station and say, hey, we need y'all to like kind of just rock with us on this because, we need support in this because we know that you guys have a major voice and Bamas follow y'all like Da Vinci Code out here. So please help us.
And just because Dan gone, they going to swallow anything that the Harris group put in their mouth. It's craziness to me. It's craziness.
No,
like they're human. They're not infallible.
I cannot turn my brain off for the funny business. Like I just because it's a new car don't mean it's a good car. You got a new Kia. I'm sorry to all those who driving the Kias out there. But
if Dan would have did this, they'd be throwing a tantrum. But because Harris did it, all of a sudden they make it. It's wild to me, dog. These Bamas living a lie.
He hasn't earned the equity to be able to like just get this super.
He's just not the last guy. That's all. He qualifies by not being the other guy. That's all it is. The next dude she get is the best dude in the world. That's what this is.
No, this is horrible. And look, I'm not saying Dan Quinn like is the worst coach ever, but it's a bad hire. You're trying to galvanize the fan base and turn it around. And like I don't care in Dallas. We're talking about it's all MAGA Bamas in Dallas. So the fact that they like him don't make me want to be jumping on board. Like, oh yeah, he's cool with the black. He played rap music in the locker room. Like, no, that
he's 42. He's 43 and 42 as a head coach. Like enough. Mediocrity
at its finest
is exactly what they love here, dog. So that's exactly what they got.
I could have dealt with a new head coach. You giving a chance, a young
Aaron
upstart.
Glenn, Weaver.
You just saying like, we want to just try go in a different direction. But this safe, I'm just gonna go with this guy because we could probably not be super trash with him and just appease the fan. No, it's just it's so calculated. They think that the fans are idiots, and they're right.
They know
because most of these people do not even like have an awareness that they lied. This is a lie. In the radio, matter of fact, nobody's even calling them out. Aaron, you know me, bro. This is why we got the show. but I haven't called the radio in a minute. I almost dialed the number this morning, Ern. I was this close, though. I almost dialed the number. I almost did. Because when I hear them like try to spin these narratives to get people, oh, we got to give them a chance. And why? Why do we have to give them a chance? Why? Why? Why do we have to be optimistic
The
about it?
idiots. It's the same
Why?
thing with Ron. It's the same thing with Jay. Everybody that comes through the doors. They feel like if you rooted for the team at any point in your life, you have to root for it and give it time. Y'all gonna be dead soon. Y'all keep waiting. It's been 30. It's gonna be 30 more. It's gonna be 30 more.
You gonna give me a new car and then tell me, hey, look, we had to change the brakes on the joint. We had to put a new engine in there. We had to do the oil change. We had to do a whole bunch of stuff to it.
The new engine wasn't in stock, so we had to put in a refurbished joint.
Refurbished joint. No,
it ain't certified, but it should. You got everything else on the car.
It should get you to point A from point B, point A to point B. You'll be all right, but everything else, the headlights.
But I paid full price. Y'all told me I was getting a brand new car. That's how it is, yeah. But ain't no lemon law on head coaches. They keep getting retreaded and retreaded and retreaded. It's just crazy, dog. It's crazy.
Dog, I said yesterday when I was on Head Solo that they should have, if they didn't have the guy that they wanted, right? And it looking like they couldn't make the guy they wanted the guy. They should have just kept Eric Bieniemy and just extended him a year and like just say, look, we'll give you a 2-year deal or the second year contingent.
What did I start the show with?
I'm sure he would have took
what was Harris's primary mission? What did I say he was looking for?
He was trying to get a white guy in.
Next white guy up. He wasn't coming out with no black dude.
Before we get into it, because people the subscribers going up.
I don't give a.
Hey, listen, they think we race baiting, bro. Talk to them.
Next, what happened? I called it before it started. They fake interviewing Aaron Glenn. They trying to talk about Bieniemy had this great interview and great plan. And they talking about weaving. Dog, it's fake news. Is Raheem Morris coming to interview? Dog, it's all fake news. Harris was reaching out to Sean Payton before he even got control of the team, trying to gauge to see how much he wanted to come. He had a plan for who he wanted the franchise or the face of the franchise to look like. And he'd rather take a mediocre guy who is going to fit that bill than take a risk and go get. Because at first, all of a sudden, it was about the young up-and-coming coordinator when they wanted Ben Johnson. Mm-hmm. When that ain't work, they scrapped that because they didn't want to hire Weaver or Glenn. And they're going to go, we wanted a guy with experience as a head coach. Like, get out of here, dog. Get out of here.
Yeah, I just, it's a bad hire, people. And granted, they're going to do everything in their power to make you believe that this is it. But if they talking about Chip Kelly coming in here,
it don't matter what they do. I'm off, dog. I'm off the train. They're going to take your boy Drake May with the number 2 pick. And they're going to be over there with Drake May and Dan Quinn and all of y'all acting like it's a new day because Dan not there. Y'all going to end up 8 wins, 7 wins, 6 wins, 8 wins for another 4 or 5 years. And then when they fire this joker, they're not going to come on here and say, y'all was right, dog. Like
they not going to say
they never do it. Because I said the same thing with Ron the first year when he even won the division at 7 wins.
And listen,
I said he got to go.
To your defense, when we first hired Ron, I was sipping the Kool-Aid, and I was enjoying. Hey, it's gonna be different. We got a chance. We got somebody who's a grown up. Dog.
I was like, no, dog.
6 weeks in, I saw it just they had what it takes. I'm not even gonna get on the bus, dog, and drive down the wrong way, dog. I'm just gonna stay at the house. Y'all be safe, cause I can see
We've seen this movie before, dog. We've seen this movie 100 times.
And I know people going, dog, y'all hating, y'all race baiting, y'all doing all this. Dog, none of that's ever said to these media when they live.
It's not baiting. We know how y'all work. And we watch exactly what y'all do. The same way that y'all tried to force Bieniemy not to have the opportunity here. Like every time any white guy can get radio waves or anything, they want to come up with these criticisms as to why he can't be the guy. Dog, cut it out. Stop that. Only thing is y'all don't say the loud part out loud.
Dog. Hey, Dan Quinn gonna get you to 500, dog, for sure. He gonna get you to 500.
Is that
enough? But dog, who's gonna be the OC? If I'm Eric Bieniemy, under these circumstances, y'all hired this guy to be the coach. And this is the thing. This is what people aren't privy to, right? We know that this jump wasn't their first hire. So we know that this is like the third guy on the list, fourth, fifth guy on the list. And they're trying to like spin him as the top guy. Eric Bieniemy know that too. So he probably, depending on how he feel about the situation, I don't know. Ain't no job, ain't no whole a plethora of jobs just available for people. So sometimes, they'll just sit in the pocket and just do it. But like, he probably like, y'all go ahead, y'all do what y'all want to do. Go
As
ahead,
long as
bring
he
in
doesn't
Chip
have
Kelly in here.
I can't see them bringing Chip Kelly. I can't see that.
No, he failed at the pro level. Failed. This Batman, the players hated him. You talk about like a culture on a team, and who they gonna bring, dog, as the OC? That's the question.
I think part of the conversation that was had, and this is entering Jerry Jones territory, is probably trying to leave Eric Bieniemy as OC. Sam Howell is going to be here. Like, he can't be the guy or the backup guy, I don't think. I think you got to bring Jacoby Brissett back along with the guy you had at number 2. You drafted number 2. And I think we've seen, especially if you don't end up starting the rookie week 1, you start with Brissett. I think you got a chance to be able to play 500 football at least coming out the gate in the season. Because Ron Rivera and Del Rio are terrible. I told y'all 3 years ago you should have fired them, but everybody wanted to argue with me. Oh, the defense is fine, they're fine, but that's another story. They were trash. So you go from being the worst defense in the league to, let's say, bottom 10 is an improvement. Even if you 20th in the league on defense, you're markedly better than what you were the year that just passed. And I think without Howell as a starter, you become automatically better on offense, regardless of whatever else goes on over there. With a second year in the same offense and a quarterback other than trash Sam Howell, you automatically better. And I think that takes you from 4 wins to, let's say, 6 to 9 wins, somewhere in that range. And it looks like an improvement. And everybody's going to slobber it. And depending on who your quarterback is. So let's say hypothetically, somebody figures out what they're doing over there and they take Daniels instead of Drake May. He can clean up a lot of mess.
A lot of mess.
Ineptitude, like all these other quarterbacks do there at the top of the game, like a Lamar or like a Justin Herbert's not even doing it, but like the elite Patrick.
It's only
Mahomes,
Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes is on. It's on.
They can cover up a lot of deficiencies on the team. So if they get that part right, then you can talk about being over 500 and potentially making the playoffs and making it look like, oh, these guys knew what they were doing. But it didn't come down to the coaching hire. It came down to you accidentally drafting the white quarterback problem.
But if you keep Eric Bieniemy, he still remains the scapegoat if things don't work out offensively. Dog, your offense is the most critical thing that this team that they're telling us needs to improve.
The offense did not work because of Bieniemy. Sam Howell's trash, but people just
we know that. But what I'm saying is, if he stays on this roster, that's what you're gonna have to navigate.
I just think you can't, when you in the NFL, like, this Batman won Super Bowls before. These Northern Virginia fans, he wipe his ass with them people. He don't care about what these Bama's is talking about on the radio. Like, your confidence doesn't come from that. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows offense. He knows if he doesn't have somebody undercutting him and telling him who's to play at quarterback when Sam Howell's ass, you know what I mean? Then you put the right players in, and then I expect them to have success. Like, if you coaching based on what Bama's on the radio is saying, it ain't 1920. Like,
facts.
You lost. I bet you Eric Bieniemy probably don't even have a Facebook account. Like, he not on this joint reading these Bamas. He not in these groups doing this dumb shit.
Yeah, nah, facts. April what? April 28th? 27th? When is the draft at? It'll be here in no time, bro. I'm telling you. We gonna see. It's gonna be interesting to see who the OC is, who the DC is, like what they gonna do with this team roster and how they put it together. But it is what it is. Let us know in the comments what you think about this hire. Like, I mean, I'm telling y'all, I think it's a trash hire relative to what they're saying or what they're selling.
And what
You know
was
what I'm saying?
available this
And what
offseason.
was available. So, yeah, this guy is your afterthought. So,
If you're gonna get a retread, you go get Bill Belichick. If you're gonna go get a dinosaur that's coached before, coaching experience, because for me it's hard to stomach pause the fans being so against the Belichick hire when that was mentioned, and then being so for this hire. It's you just took the D version of you took the D version of that same move. You were so upset because you wanted something young, something up and coming, but they didn't want it to be Glenn or Weaver or be enemy. But they make themselves fine with the Dan Quinn hire. It's just to me the joint don't make no sense.
yeah, I would have been okay with Vrabel too. Like, I
That
wouldn't have
makes
been.
more sense than this. Yeah,
I wouldn't have been terribly upset with Vrabel too. But
I
you
would have
know,
been fine with Slowik. I would have understood, even though I wasn't on board like everybody else with Ben Johnson. I would have understood the thirst and the desperation to make that happen. I would have understood it. This doesn't make logical sense based on what they say they're doing and trying to build.
yeah,
The Bama's what 53? Like
yeah,
stop. This doesn't add up to what you say you're trying to do.
yeah, not at all. Not at all. A perennial juggernaut team with dinosaurs. We gonna see. We gonna see. Let us know in the comments what you think about the hire. Is you with it? Is it a bad move? Is it a good move? We gonna see. We out.